What is the NHL going to look like in 2033? No one really knows, but I'm going to be predicting the next 10 Stanley Cup champions in the NHL. So it's 2024 all the way to 2033. Who really knows? Literally anything could happen. The Penguins could win 10 in a row.
What?
Or teams finally win their first Stanley Cup. Let's find out what I think is going to happen in 10 years in the NHL. Who's going to win the next 10 Stanley Cups? Make sure to drop a comment on your prediction of this as well. Let's get straight into this video, guys. Let's do this. Subscribe. All right, guys. 10 Stanley Cups. Who's going to win them? Let's get straight into this video, guys. Obviously, I'm completely guessing. I have really no idea. Except these first couple of years is an educated guess. The next ones are really just a throw in the dark. We'll see what happens. All right. Let's do this, baby. 2024 next season. Who's going to win the Stanley Cup? This one's interesting, man. There's a lot of good teams here, but I'm going to have to go with the Carolina Hurricanes. I think this team is super good, super skilled. They got the best free agent from last year. They got Dmitry Orlov. They also got Michael Bunting. That could be for the worst. Who really knows if he can change or not? If Rob Brindamore makes him change, or he's going to get cut or killed, or he's going to kill him or something. But this team is going to be really good. And there's still rumors that they're going to be trying to get Erik Karlsson. Obviously, they're trying to get more people. Like, this team is crazy. This team is going to be really good next year. I would not be surprised if they do win the Stanley Cup, because majority of the Stanley Cup teams, they always go through some rough patches the year before. Last year, the Knights won the Cup last year. The year before, they missed playoffs. This year, the Hurricanes, they just got swept last year in the conference finals. So now they're going to come back and build from that. So the Hurricanes, 2024. Let's go to 2025, baby. Let's see this a year after. The Hurricanes go back-to-back. The answer is no, they do not. I'm going to say the Vegas Golden Knights win 2 Stanley Cups in 3 years. So, call me crazy, but I just feel like they're going to have not a down year, but they're going to lose probably second round. I think the Oilers finally get them. I think they get their number this time, and they beat the Knights. But I think the Knights come back with, I don't know, whoever they have. Maybe Mark Stone's retired. Eichel is still popping off, and they traded for another superstar. I don't really know, man. The Knights do their crazy things. But I don't really know, but I just have an inkling that this team is going to be really good, because they have these star players. They really do. They just don't have a lot of cap space. So maybe they get the cap space and they get some of these really good players, and they just build around Eichel. They get their goaltender, and they go back to win the Stanley Cup. I don't know. Call me crazy, but I just feel like the Western Conference is a little bit weaker, right? So I feel like it's easier to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals. So I think that is what's going to happen. I think the Knights are going to win 2025. I mean, that's a complete guess, being honest with you. Comment down below. Am I crazy? Make sure to comment down below your predictions as well. 2026. This is the year where I completely guessed again. Okay. I'm going to say the New Jersey Devils. And this team is super young right now. They have their core. They have Hughes. They have both Hughes. They have Bratt. They have Meyer. They have Hamilton still. Hopefully Schmid comes to his own. Obviously, I didn't name everyone. This team is super stacked, guys. And they're already making the second round now. This next season, 2024, they might even make it to the conference finals. Who knows? They could win it earlier. But I just feel like the team is going to grow. They're going to get more free agents, because people, I wouldn't say they want to move. They want to, I wouldn't say they want to pick New Jersey, but they want to play with this young core. They want to play with these young players. So I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to sign more players. The cap's going to go up. They're going to sign more players. And they're going to win the Stanley Cup and bring it to Newark, New Jersey, and win in 2026. Jack Hughes is going to win his first Stanley Cup. 2027, guys. Does it go back to the Devils? Do they make their own dynasty? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it goes back to the Carolina Hurricanes. This team's not very old, guys. This team's not super old. They still have a lot of good players. Aho, Teravainen, Vechnikov. This team is really good. And obviously, if their goalies are getting old, so they won't have Anderson or Ranta at this time. But I think they can, maybe it's a Kochetkov. Maybe Kochetkov can be a starting goaltender. Maybe he can be like a Vasilevsky when he took over for Ben Bishop. Maybe he can be like that and carry this team to another Stanley Cup. I can see it, guys. I can see it. People want to play in Raleigh. Their fans are crazy. They have a really good GM. They have a really good fan base in general. So this team, I would not be surprised if they win 2 Stanley Cups in 4 years. That'd be really crazy. And yeah, that'd be awesome. And I think that could happen. I think it's honestly, that's not crazy to happen. I feel like it's not crazy. Let's go to this 2028, guys. This one's actually pretty reasonable as well. Like, I feel like this is 100% going to happen. I feel like I'm from the future, and I'm coming back and guessing all of these correct. 2028, I'm going to say is the Dallas Stars. They have a young core, but at the same time, they have the older core, but they are fading away. Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin obviously are falling off a little, but they still have these young guys at Robertson. They have Wyatt Johnson, who really is underrated. He's a very, very good hockey player, man. They still have Miro Heiskanen. They still have Ottinger in net. This team is going to get in the prime around this time, maybe a little bit earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if they win this earlier, but this team is going to be super, super stacked. They're going to get more players because who doesn't want to go to Dallas, man? Who doesn't want to go to Dallas? No state tax. They want to move there to Dallas, Texas. So I would not be surprised if this happens. Robertson is going to score 70 goals one year, maybe. Probably not, but maybe. And this team is going to be super, super nasty, and would not be surprised if they do win the Stanley Cup in 2028. Honestly, I think that is a very, very solid pick. But this next one, I think might be a little bit crazy, but at the same time, I could see it happening. Or have I already seen it? Let's do this, baby. 2029. I'm going to say it's the Chicago Blackhawks. Connor Bedard wins his first Stanley Cup and maybe brings back another dynasty to Chicago. I hope not, but maybe, man. Maybe. 2029, Bedard will be in his 6th year. If you look at all these superstars, man, except McDavid. Sorry. If you look at all these superstars, Crosby won in his first couple seasons, right? Couple first seasons. Obviously, Ovechkin did not. So who am I even talking about? I feel like a lot of these good players are winning Stanley Cups early on in their career. I feel like Bedard might do the same. A lot of people will want to play with Bedard. This first couple, maybe the next 3 years will not be great in Chicago. I'm going to be honest with you. Probably not the greatest. But Bedard's going to start hitting his prime where he can start actually playing really good hockey. And I feel like the Blackhawks are going to get all these free agents. People want to play for this organization. Maybe not anymore, but who knows? But why wouldn't you want to play Bedard, man? If he is actually who we think he's going to be, why wouldn't you want to play with him? Why wouldn't you want to play with him? It might be like another McDavid. Whoever he plays with gets another 100 points. But this team is going to be probably pretty good. I think it would be an attractive place to go to. And I think this team will win in 2029. That's kind of crazy. Who knows? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, man. I wouldn't be surprised. 2030, if 4 teams left, who is it going to be? I think it's going to be the New Jersey Devils. I think they win their 2nd Stanley Cup in this 10-year path so far. And I think they do it again, man. I think they do it again. I think Jack Hughes with the same core, Hughes brothers, probably not Hamilton. Schmidt in net. Is he their lifetime goalie? I'm saying he's the new Broder. And he's going to carry this team again to the Stanley Cup Championship. Will they have Bratt? Will they have Meyer? I'm guessing so. They will. They'll have all these guys. Hughes will be in his prime. Both Hughes will be in their prime. Bratt is still 4'9". Meyer is still getting blown up. I'm sorry. But I think this team's going to win the Stanley Cup in 2030. Tui Himes, Devils fans would be ecstatic if this did happen. And I wouldn't be surprised, man. They have this good core. They have a lot of good young players still. This team is going to be really, really good in the near future. The next one, guys, this fan base would be so happy. They're going to win their first ever Stanley Cup. And that is going to be the Buffalo Sabres, guys. This team will have one of the best prospect pools in the NHL right now. They have all these young guys. Dahlin, he's already an all-star. He's getting to what we all thought he was going to be, but now we just need him to take the next step. I know someone said, oh, he already took the next step. No, we need him to take the next step to be the generational player. We need him to be competing with Cale Makar, guys. We need him to be competing with Cale Makar. This team is going to be nasty, man. Owen Power, is he going to be really, really good? Probably. Same thing with Dahlin. We already know how he's going to be. How about their forwards, though? Are they going to have really sick forwards? I don't really know. We'll see, man. We'll see. They do have a lot of good young prospects. Goaltender situation is perfect now. They have Levi and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. I love that name, guys. I love that name. But 2 goalies that are going to be fighting for that starting position, and that is honestly the best thing you can have in the NHL. 2 guys who are competent starters, and they're both fighting for the position. You love that. But they're going to have a lot of good players coming up, a lot of good players developing, and who knows? They're going to get more draft picks. They're going to make more trades. Maybe Buffalo becomes a place you want to play in once they start getting good, because who doesn't want to play with all these superstars, guys? But hopefully their organization does not mess it up, because they have a lot of good things going on for them. Obviously, you got to take some time. Don't rush it too early, and you guys can maybe win the Stanley Cup in 2031. You'll take it. 2032, 2 more left. I'm gonna say the Dallas Stars win their 2nd Stanley Cup of this 10-year path. Once, like I said before, the old guys are gonna be gone. They're gonna have Robertson, Ottinger, Heiskanen, and even more Wyatt Johnson, even more players stepping up and playing their role to win them another Stanley Cup. Honestly, guys, like I said before, free agents want to play in Dallas. Why wouldn't you want to play in Dallas? They like the no state tax. They have a good team. Obviously, who knows about coach or organization, anything that we don't know anything about that. Who knows if Robertson gets traded? We have no idea. But I'm predicting that everyone stays, and they're going to have more people come up, more free agents sign there, and this team is going to win another Stanley Cup and bring it to Dallas. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. But this last one, guys, is it going to be a team to win their third Stanley Cup? I'm going to give you a hint. Yes, it is. Which one is it going to be? Is it going to be Carolina, Dallas, or the Hurricanes? The New Jersey Devils. I think they'll win again in 2033 and win their third Stanley Cup and be officially a dynasty in the NHL, following the Penguins, Blackhawks, and the Kings as their most and Tampa Bay, I guess, for their most recent dynasty in the NHL. This team is really, really good, guys. I said this before. Hughes is a very good player. Hughes is a great piece to build around. Same thing with his brother. Same thing with all these other prospects I have, guys. Obviously, Schmidt needs to come to his own, or they obviously got to sign a goaltender or whatever. I think that will happen, guys. This team is super, super good right now, and they're gonna be competing these next couple years for the Stanley Cup. So why can't they do it in the next 10 years? Why can't they do it in 4 years? Why can't they do it in 7 years? Why can't they do it in 10 years? Why not? Right? Why not? This team is good enough. They have good enough prospects. They have a good enough GM. They have what it takes to do this, and I would not be surprised if they do this, guys. I would not be surprised at all. Devils fans, you're ecstatic. Hurricanes fans, you're ecstatic. Dallas fans, you're definitely ecstatic here. So that is my list. It might be crazy. Call me crazy, but comment down below. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. No roasting me too much. I know I'm ugly, but don't roast me too much. All right, guys, that is going to be this video. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below if you guys do agree or not. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button, guys. It really, really does help a lot. It really, really does. Daily posts. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Once again, guys, be great, and I'll see you guys later.